Hey, it's Lana from the Breathing Space here in Amsterdam, and welcome to the first practice video of the Foundations series. Today we'll do some modified sun salutations, as well as some standing postures, a balancing posture. We'll go into a seated posture, a little bit of hip opening, and a simple back bend. And then we'll come to rest. This practice is, again, a breath-centered practice. And remember that as long as you're focusing on your breathing, you're doing a good job. So do the best that you can to just keep your mind focused and present to the sensation of your breath in your body. That will really help stabilize you physically as well as mentally, and also help ground you. This is a great practice to do in the morning, but you can also do it anytime during the day. It won't be too activating to also practice in the evening. At the end of a long day is also fine for that. So wherever you are, whenever it is, just step on your mat and let's practice together. You may find it useful to have 2 blocks. If you don't own yoga blocks, you could have about 2 books that are about the same size, or a couple, like 2 stacks of books that are the same size. It may help you when we do our version of the sun salutation bees. Okay, come to stand towards the top of your mat. Bring your arms by your sides. Stand up nice and tall. And just take a moment to center yourself. You are here. You're on your mat. You're ready to practice. First things first, let's start with our breath. Go ahead and begin to take deep breaths in and out of your nose. As you come into active breathing, draw your lower belly back and in. Lift the floor of your pelvis up and in. And then start to make sound to your breath, the sound of Ujjayi. Make your breath smooth and steady and active, really filling your lungs up and emptying them out. Remember, try to breathe to the front, the sides, the back, and the top of your chest, helping to mobilize your rib cage and mobilize your thoracic spine, the part of your spine where your ribs are. That part of your spine that gets a little stuck when you are behind the computer like this all day. And we'll make a couple simple movements with our breath. When you inhale, take your arms up overhead. Let your breath be spread out. And when your breath reaches its apex, your palms touch and you look up. If this doesn't work, you reach your arms just up. Your palms don't need to touch. And then exhale, just return back to the first starting position. Good. Again, inhale, let your arms sweep up overhead. Let your tail be heavy. Root your feet down, look up. Your palms can touch or not. And then exhale, let your arms float back down towards your sides. And just a couple more times, just moving with your breathing. Your inhale lifts your arms. Your exhale returns your arms. Inhale, slow and controlled. Exhale, return your arms. Use your whole breath to make the movement. One more time like this. Inhale, reach your arms. Exhale, float your arms back down. And we'll make a couple movements now and repeat them. Inhale, take your arms up. Now exhale, fold forward. You can place your hands on your legs or slide your hands down the fronts of your legs to bring them towards the floor. If you're stiffer, we're just going to stay here and breathe for a little bit. If you're a little less flexible, 2 blocks can be helpful now. They just bring the floor a little closer to you. So any height that they need to be to move towards a forward folded position. Good. Right. If you are more flexible, you can place your hands on the floor. Right. You're going to drop your head in whichever position that you're in. If your knees bend, that's fine, but you are trying to straighten them. So even with bent knees, you are attempting to move in this direction. Remember, it doesn't have to work today. Just breathe. Good. Okay, and then inhale, come to a flat back position. So lift your chest forward and up. We're trying to find a nice long open spine. So instead of this rounded curved position, I want you to stick your tail back and up, pull your chest forward and up. This again can require blocks under your hands. This is a great option no matter how high or low the blocks are. And you may need to bend your knees or place your hands on your shins. Take your shoulders back, move your chest forward, and move your tail back. Good. This is what we do on an inhalation. Then I just want you to exhale and do your forward fold again. Right? Keep your weight a little bit forwards in your feet. And then inhale, stand all the way up. Take your arms up. And exhale, return back to starting position. And then we're going to try to do all of those movements together with our breath. Inhale your arms up. Exhale to bow forward. Inhale to lift into your flat back position. Exhale back to the forward fold. And then inhale, stand up. And exhale, return to the first position. Repeat just like that. Follow your breath. Inhale. Exhale to fold. Inhale to flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale to stand up. Exhale, samastitihi. That's just the standing position that we start in when we're ready. Again, repeat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back position. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, samastitihi. We're going to add a few more movements. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to flat back position. Draw your belly in, pull your chest forward, and then put your hands flat on the floor or on top of blocks if you're a little stiffer. And I want you to step back, significantly backwards, stick your butt up in the air, and let your head drop down. This is called Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog position. You've probably heard it before. The idea is that you make an A position with your body, or an upside down V, I suppose you could say, like a mountain. Your butt is the top of the mountain. Your feet and your hands are the base of the mountain. This is a really difficult position in the beginning.
It requires that your shoulders are open, that your arms are strong, and that your legs are strong, and that you're quite flexible. So a couple modifications here. Bend your knees, stick your butt up and back, and push actively the top of your mat away. Breathe deep and full in and out of your nose. Conversely, you can have 2 blocks under your hands, which will give more mobility to your legs and perhaps the ability to push yourself backwards a bit better. That's also an option. If at any point this posture becomes too much, you put your knees on the ground, stretch your arms forward, and place your head on the floor. We call this child's pose, balasana. Okay. Take a deep breath in. Breathe all of the way out. Bend your knees and then walk towards that flat back position. You can take as many steps as you need. Flat back, you're lifting your chest, and exhale, fold back into the folded position, the second one. Inhale, stand up to the first position, and then you return to home as you exhale. Let's put them all together with our breath. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, lift to your flat back. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in. Breathe all of the way out. Bend your knees. Look forward. And then inhale, walk a couple times, a couple steps, or one step, chest up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, stand up all the way. Reach up, look up. And exhale, return to Samastiti. Let's do it again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back position. Exhale, step back, downward dog. Breathe here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend your knees, look up. Inhale, walk or step. Feet forward, take as many steps as you need, chest up. Exhale, folds. Stand up, inhale. Samastitihi, exhale. One more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Deep breathing with sound. 1, 2. Try to hollow the space of your lower belly. 3. Push down your hands, push down your feet. 4. Lift your butt up as high as you can. 5. Bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, walk, take a couple steps, flat back position. Exhale, forward fold. Stand up, inhale. Return to Samastitihi, exhale. Right, we'll do another
sun salutation. Inhale, bend your knees like you're sitting into a chair, right? Bend your knees and then lift your arms up. Your hands can be wide. Lift your chest, drop your bum, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale to the flat back position again. And now exhale, step your left leg back. Go ahead and spin your back heel to the floor. And inhale, stand up. You can place your hands on your thigh to help push yourself up if you need, and take your arms up overhead. Nice big breath. And then you exhale, place your hands on your thigh or all the way to the floor if you can get there. Spin your back heel up. Inhale, step to flat back position again, chest up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale to flat back position again. Nice big breath. On your exhale, step your right leg back. Good. Use your inhale to spin your heel down. Place your hands on your thigh or come all the way up if you can. Reach your arms up. And then exhale, we return back to the floor. Use your thigh as an in-between if you need. Good. Now we step to high plank position. So inhale, your shoulders are stacked over your wrists, your heels push back, lift the back of your head up, and now exhale to downward facing dog. Hips to the sky and drop your head down. Breathe here. 1. It might mean you might need in your downward dog to just once in a while put your knees on the floor and move to a tabletop position. And then when you're ready, try to lift your hips up again. That's also an option. 3, right? Remember, whatever shape your body is making, you focus on the quality of your breath. 4, 5, bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, walk, feet forward, lift your chest. Exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees like sitting in a little chair. Sit as low as you can. Take your arms up, look up, and then stand up straight. Samastitihi. Let's do that again. Bend your knees, lift your arms as you inhale. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, lift to the flat back position. Exhale, step your left leg back. Your right leg stays forward. When you inhale, spin your back heel down. Come all the way up, reaching up. And exhale, place your hands on the floor. Use your thigh as an in-between if you need. Spin your back heel up. Inhale to flat back position. So nice big strong step with your right leg. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back position. Exhale, step your right leg back. You might need to take a couple steps. Spin your back heel down as you inhale. You come up. Arms up, look up, reach up. And then exhale, hands on the floor. Spin your back heel up. Inhale, step to high plank position, as if you're going to do a push-up. Make your body really strong, pull your belly in, and then exhale, downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Breathe in big. Breathe out. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, walk, feet towards your hands, lift your chest. However you take your flat back. Exhale, your forward fold. Utkatasana, bend your knees like sitting in a chair, take your arms up. Stand up straight, Samastitihi. Just do one more like this. Bend your knees, Utkatasana.
Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to flat back. Left foot steps back, exhale. Put your back heel on the floor. Inhale to come up. Exhale to lower back down. Back heel up. Then you step forward. Inhale, flat back position again. Fold on your exhale. Inhale, flat back position again. Step your right leg back. Spin your heel in. And then use your inhale to come up. And exhale to return your hands back to the floor. Back heel up. Step into high push-up position. You can always put your knees down if you need. Make a nice strong line back of your head through your bum and your heels. Downward dog, exhale. Focus on your breathing. 1. And in the beginning, you might need to take a couple of extra breaths. It's okay. Try to regulate your breathing as best you can. You slow it and you steady it. Remember, it's practice, not perfection. 4. 5. Bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, walk, feet towards your hands, lift your chest. Fold on your exhale. Bend your knees, lift your chest up, reach up. Stand up straight, Samastitihi. And then I just want you to take a big step out to the right of your mat. Make your feet parallel and have your arms out nice and wide. Take a big inhale, lift through your belly. On your exhale, rotate your whole right leg to point towards the back of your mat, and then put your foot down on the ground. Your legs are nice and long, right? Imagine that you're pulling stockings up your legs, nice, long and lifted. Draw your belly in. And then I want you to reach as far as you can to the right. And notice that when I reach to the right, I also want my right hip to go back towards my left hip. And my left hip will come forward a little bit. Yeah, so let your hips move in this direction, kind of like a steering wheel this way. And then just rest your hand wherever it's appropriate for you. That might be on your thigh, it might be your shin, right? Or if you're a little more flexible, you could go lower. Lift your gaze to your left arm and breathe here. 1. Push your feet down, make them strong. 2. Nice big breathing in and out of your nose. 3. 4. Keep pushing your feet down, lifting through your belly. 5. Look down, and then inhale to stand up. You bring your feet back to parallel position, your arms are floating, and then we exhale, turn your left leg all of the way out and drop your foot on the floor. Take that out of the way. Take a nice big inhale, lift through your belly, and let your right hip come a little forward so your left hip can go back. Right, so I'm not bending to the side. I want to really keep my body straight. Place your hand where it lands, whether it's your shin, your knee, your thigh. Good, spine nice and long. Good. Gaze is up at your right hand as it reaches, and you breathe. 1. Strong, long legs. 2. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. 3. Keep pushing actively into your feet. 4. 5. Look down on your exhale. And inhale to stand up. Nice big, strong stance. Feet are parallel. And then walk or step to the top of your mat. Samastitihi, arms are by your sides. All right, let's balance.
Going to take a balancing posture, Utthita Hasta Padangustasana, hand to big toe pose, I think it's called in English. Bring your left hand onto your left waist. Shift your weight into your left leg. Draw your belly in, lift your pelvic floor, and on an inhale, take your knee up in front of you. Try to get your knee as high as possible without the use of your arm, and then place your right hand onto the front of your right knee. And then just stay here and breathe. 1. Set your gaze to one spot, a spot that's not moving. 2. If your eyes are steady, your body will also be more steady. 3. And even if you're wobbly and you fall in and out of the posture, don't worry about it. 4. Balance is really, it's an act, a balancing act. 5, take a nice big breath in, so just a process. And on your exhale, can you open your knee to the side? Try not to take your left hip with you. You just move your left hip and your knee in opposite directions. Doesn't matter how far it goes. Breathe. 1. If you feel like, well, I'm pretty stable, you could choose to look over your left shoulder. 2, standing leg is working hard. 3, remember to breathe. 4, 5, inhale back to center. Nice big breath in. You be as stable as you can. And then exhale, let go, put your foot back on the floor. Good, we're just going to switch sides. Right hand catches your right waist. Shift your weight to the right side. You might get cramping in your foot. That's totally normal. Inhale, lift your knee as high as you can without touching it. Draw your belly back, and then you can use your hand to hold onto your knee. Nice big breaths in and out. 1, do your best to balance. You might fall in and out of the posture. If you fall out, you come right back in. 2, 3, remember, be patient, be kind, and just breathe. 4, 5, nice big breath in. Then you move your leg to the side, so your knee and your right hip go in opposite directions. Your right hip is just staying right where it is. 1, standing leg, very strong. 2, your right butt, your outer hip, very strong. 3, if you're stable, you can look over your right shoulder. 4, chest stays open, stand tall. 5, belly back, pelvic floor up, inhale back to center, and then use your exhale to step down and release. Arms are by your sides. You're still at the top of your mat, hopefully, or you just move there. Inhale, take your arms up nice and high. Exhale to fold forward. Do any forward fold that is appropriate for you. Good. Inhale, lift to your flat back, wherever you need to place your hands, and exhale, step downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Breathe all of the way out. Put your knees on the floor. Cross your ankles, and then sit your butt on the floor behind your ankles. Extend your legs in front of you. Good, so now you're seated in a nice tall position. I'm pretty flexible, so this may not look fair to you. You might be sitting like this. That's pretty normal. So what I want you to do is sit up either onto a block, right, that can help your hamstrings a little bit. Or bend your knees. Good. Take a nice big breath in. Draw your belly back. Reach for your feet, even if you only catch your shins. Look up. And then exhale, fold forward. You're trying to bring your torso as close to your thighs as you can. Even if your knees are bent, you are trying to straighten them. whether they actually straighten or not. If it's really difficult to get that far, let's say your knees have to bend this much to get forward, what I want you to do is hold onto your feet, bring your chest actively towards your thighs, and just see if you can slowly, maybe little micro movements, start to extend your legs forward without sending your spine backwards. Right? So your heart goes to your toes and your heels push forward. Strong breath in and out of your nose. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lift your chest up, nice long, strong back, and exhale, let go of your feet. Good. Cross your ankles, pull your heels underneath your bum, put your hands on the floor in front of you, and step to a tabletop position. So you're on your hands and your knees here. Good. Shoulders are over your wrists. Draw your belly up and in, and you can tuck your toes or point them. All right, we'll do a little mobilization here. Inhale, take your left arm to the ceiling or your left elbow to the ceiling. And then exhale, we're going to thread over towards the right side of the room. And then just come back up. Inhale, come back up, lift your elbow up. And then exhale, thread a little bit over towards the right. Push into your right hand, pick yourself up, twist, and then exhale. You place your elbow on the floor, extend your arm a little bit over to the right, and see if you can bring your right shoulder onto the ground and the side of your head onto the ground. Your right hand can stay exactly where it is. Take your shoulder back and just do a little gentle twist. Nice big breathing in and out of your nose. 1. Gaze soft over your right shoulder. 2. 3. Make sure you're not collapsing in your chest. Keep moving it away from the ground. 4. Draw your belly back and in. 5. Return your head a bit to neutral. Push into your right hand all the way back up, and then return back to that starting position, tabletop. Okay, take a nice big breath in. Pull your right elbow up or your arm, look up, and then exhale. We thread over towards the left and towards the ground. Push into your left hand and then rotate open, look up, and exhale. Move over towards the left. Inhale, push into your left hand. Right elbow high, look up. And then exhale. Now we're going to stay in the twist. You can place your elbow down just behind your wrist. And then maybe walk your hand over a little bit more. See if you can get your shoulder on the floor. Good. Move your left hand a little bit over. And then rotate open. Keep your chest open. Nice big breathing. 1. 2. The palm of your right hand can face the ceiling. 3. You can rest the side of your head on the floor or softly turn your head to look up towards the sky. 4. 5. Neutralize your head. Place your left hand on the floor in front of your face. Sit back a little bit and then push up back into tabletop position as you exhale. Toes are tucked. Take a nice big breath in. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Hips high and you relax your head down. Bend your knees. Come back to the tabletop position. Cross your ankles. Sit your bum back behind your ankles and then extend your legs forward. Slide forward onto the front of your mat. Catch your shins or the backs of your thighs and roll down onto the floor. Take a nice big breath in and breathe all of the way out. Moving into bridge posture. Step your heels in a little bit towards your bum. They don't have to be that close, especially if you're getting some uncomfortable sensations in your knees. Then step your feet forward in just a moment. Bring your arms by your sides. Your feet are hip width distance. And on your inhale, push into your feet and lift the front of your body up towards the ceiling. So there's a strong push in your arms and in your feet. If you're comfortable here, you can wiggle a shoulder underneath you and then your other shoulder so that you form a strong push point with your arms. Your chest is opening and you're breathing. 3, 4. Imagine you're riding a horse and you just squeeze your inner thighs a bit. 5, exhale, release your back to the ground. Take a nice big breath in and breathe all of the way out. 2 more times. Inhale, push into your feet, lift your chest. Wiggle your shoulders underneath if you'd like. If that doesn't quite work, you can also catch the sides of your mat to give you a little traction. 1, big breaths. Remember, your legs are drawing in a bit. 2, 3, 4, backs of your legs strong. 5, exhale, roll onto your back. Take a nice big breath in and breathe all the way out. Let's go up one last time. Press your feet down, lift the front of your body open. If you feel any compression in your back, then just don't lift as high. Really focus on nice strong legs. Make sure you're not squeezing your bum too much, but use it to lift. 1, 2. Sometimes we're really enthusiastic when we push just a little bit too hard. 3, make sure you're kind of balancing your effort with a little bit of ease. I know in the beginning that's hard. 4, you do your best. 5, exhale, roll down onto your back. Take a nice big breath in. On your exhale, softly catch the backs of your knees. You can cross your ankles, or you can catch the fronts of your shins. Nice big inhale to rock up. Good. Then slide back a little bit on your mat. Roll over your shins towards that tabletop position. So your hands down and your knees back. And take a nice big breath in tabletop. And then exhale to downward facing dog. Hips up and dropping your head down. Okay. Step your right foot forward towards your right hand. Even if you need to step halfway and catch your foot and help it forward a little bit, that's fine. And put your back knee on the ground. We're going to move to half pigeon position. I'm going to turn towards you for this one. Good. So you're in this lunge position. Now I want you to walk your foot over towards your left hand, and drop your knee to the ground. Your hip might be really high up off the floor. That's okay. You can grab a block and put it underneath your hip for support. Or if your knee is bothering you in this position, move your shin back just a little bit. Right, so if you can, you keep your foot forward. If you can't, right, if there's pain in your knee, you move your heel back. Okay, so your shin is as far forward as you can. Your back leg is straight back. You sit up through your chest and you drop your weight down through both of your hips as best as possible. Take a breath. And then you exhale, walk your hands forward. You can place your elbows on the floor. Can you just breathe here? 1. Focus on nice deep quality breaths. 2, 3, 4, 5. Place your hands back in the positions. You can move to tabletops. You tuck your back toes, lift your butt a little bit, and then push through your hands. Drop your knees to tabletop position. Tuck your toes. Take a breath. And exhale to downward facing dog. And then step your left foot forward. Remember, you can take a couple steps. You can help your foot forward. Your foot is just to the back of your left hand, and you drop your back knee to the ground. Go ahead and walk your foot, your left foot now, to the right so that your ankle goes just behind your right wrist, and you drop your knee towards the floor, right? Take a big breath and you sit up as straight as you can, and then you try to slide your hips to the ground, right? Remember, if your hip is off the floor, it's not a big deal. If you can keep it off the floor, it's fine. If you need a little bit of relief, put a block underneath there for some support that can also help any undue pressure in your knee. Take a nice big breath, lifting through your chest, and then use your exhale to rest onto your elbows. Lengthen your chest forward, lift the back of your head, and just breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Place your hands back on the floor. Tuck your back toes. Exhale, push into your hands. Move to tabletop position. Good. Take a nice big breath in. Then downward facing dog, your last one. Exhale, hips high, head down. And then you bend your knees. Put your knees on the floor, cross your ankles, and then sit back behind your ankles. Extend your legs forward. Make space for yourself, and then lay onto your back all of the way. Good. Feet flat on the floor, wider than hip width distance, and then kind of far away from your hips. Not too far. Let's say you make about like a 90-degree angle with your legs. Okay, take your arms out to the sides. Take a nice big breath in. And keeping this shape with your feet, right, you can flex your feet or just keep them where they are. Drop both of your knees to the left. And then come back through center. Exhale, drop your knees to the right. If you feel like you can bring your feet back a little bit, you can. Breathe in, come back to center. Maybe bring your heels a little closer in if you've got the mobility. Exhale, drop both knees to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, knees drop to the right. Inhale, center. Maybe if you've got some more space, you bring your heels a little closer even, and exhale, drop. Inhale, center. And exhale, drop to the right. Then inhale to center. Feet flat, knees bent, and just place your hands on your lower belly. Let go of any holding in your belly. Let your pelvic floor relax. Let your breath relax. So no more control of your breath, and relax the contraction of your vocal cords. Let go of the effort in your body. So just relaxing and softening as much as you can. Notice the effects of your practice, the feeling of it in your body now that you're resting. And then very gently, one at a time, let your legs fall open and stretch out. Let your arms rest by your sides. And let everything relax. It might help you to rest more comfortably if you cover yourself with a blanket or put on some socks or a sweater. And sometimes placing something over your eyes can help you rest and relax. Release your focus. You are in rest, awake and aware. Perhaps imagine yourself lying in a big, open, green field, looking up at the sky. And clouds might pass through your field of vision, just like thoughts might pop up into your head. Without getting caught up in those things that are kind of arising, just watch them arise. And generally, if you can just sit back and watch those things that pop up, they also dissipate really quickly. They're watching as things, sensations, thoughts come and go in an awake, relaxed way. Keep relaxing back. Keep opening up your awareness. Simply observing yourself in an awake, relaxed way. Gently return your awareness to your physical self. You might want to make a couple small movements, maybe move your fingers and toes, your wrists, your feet and ankles. You can take your arms overhead and stretch. Waking up physically, bending one knee at a time. And go ahead and roll over to your right side. You can rest your head on the upper part of your right arm as a cushion. And do your best to relax fully on your right side. Using your left hand on the floor in front of you to help guide you to sit. Again, take a comfortable seated position. However, you can sit up as straight as possible. And just take these last few moments to just be aware of yourself. Again, notice the effects of your practice. Notice if you're more balanced, steady, and grounded. Thank you all very much for this practice. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment, or you can always message me via my website, www.thebreathingspace.nl. Don't hesitate to reach out. I'd love to be able to help you if you need it. Thanks again, and I'll see you for the next practice.